please say.
I am back with a new video. It is a look inspired by Ariana Grande, the one that she wore in her new music video, Love Me Harder. I loved the look that she wore in there. I thought it was so pretty. It's actually a really simple look. She had on these very berry toned, very intense berry toned, really thick winged outliner, kind of her classic look. It's actually a really easy look to recreate, but nonetheless I do think it's really pretty and it would be so perfect for the upcoming holiday season. And speaking of holidays, how do you guys like my little sparkly background? I'm still trying out new things with this lens, so this is actually the first makeup tutorial that I'm filming with it, so bear with me if it's not quite perfect. I'm still kind of working things out and seeing what looks best, but I'm still planning to do something slightly different for Christmas. So we'll see about that. So let's get started with this Ariana Grande look, and I hope you have fun watching this video. So I started off the look with my favorite foundation right now. It's the Clarins Extra Comfort Foundation, and I applied that. And I also primed my eyes using the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. This is one of my favorite eye primers because it really neutralizes redness. And now I'm going to go in with this shadow by MAC, and it's called Malt. It's a matte, and it's a very light, sort of peachy brown tone, very light color. It's perfect for adding definition into the crease, and that's what I'm doing right now with a sort of fluffy brush just to kind of get a base color going. Next I grabbed this eyeshadow by Makeup Forever. This is one of the new Artist shadows. Let me know if you want to see a review on these shadows because I just got a bunch of them, so they're pretty cool to work with. And this is going to go all over the lid, but I'm using also a softer buffing brush just to kind of buff that all over the lid and then into the crease. This is going to give that really soft, smoked out look. Underneath my eyebrow, I didn't want anything shimmery because it doesn't look like Ariana has anything shimmery there, so I'm using this very nude color that's almost about the same color as my skin. It's by Nye called Toast. And then I decided to do the eyeliner using this Kryolan Cream liner in Ebony, and I use a little artist brush for this. People always ask me what brush I use. It's actually a brush I picked up at an art supply store. It has a really small pointy tip. It is perfect for doing winged liner like this, but it does require some practice. So I first pull out a line, and I want this eyeliner to be very thick and at a very steep angle, if that makes sense. I'm kind of doing it in reverse. I pulled out the end first and then trailed the line inwards going into my eye, and then just going back and forth and thickening that up. That's going to be a little bit easier to work with rather than doing a really thick line straight from the get-go. And so I'm kind of going back in to perfect it. If you have a bit of mess there, it doesn't matter because you are going to be cleaning that up later with some concealer. I will show you that, but you just really want to get a really clean point at the end. So it should look something like this. Now on my waterline, I'm using this pencil by Lancome. It's the Kohl Hypnose Waterproof. This is one of the best pencils for actually lining your waterline because it really stays. So I put that onto my waterline on the bottom and also on the tight line on the top because Ariana looks like she has black liner on the inner rims of her eyes, so I'm just going to copy that. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. This is a great drugstore bargain purchase that works really great, and I'm going to be using this to clean up that liner like I said. So I used a concealer brush and then just kind of went along the edge of that liner just to clean it up if you've made any messes. And I also used a Beauty Blender dupe sponge, something that's very similar to the Beauty Blender, and just kind of buffed that in or just kind of pushed that product in so it looks really flawless. And of course you always want to set concealer with a little bit of powder just so it doesn't travel throughout the day. Now I'm going to be using one of my new favorite mascaras. This one is by Marc Jacobs. I think it's called the Omega Lash, and it's a great mascara. It just really thickens up the lashes and it's really black. So I'm applying that on the top and the bottom lashes. And once I did that, I also applied some false lashes. These are by the Girls Aloud Eye Lure collection, I believe. And I kind of had them a little bit longer, so they just look like these beautiful, gorgeous cat eye lashes. Very reminiscent of what Ariana Grande is wearing because she's definitely going for that kitty cat look. So that is the completed eye look. Let's move on to the lips. Now she's got a really berry toned lip, so I'm using this product by Catrice. It's a very berry toned colored lipstick, as you can see here. And I also used a lip liner by Bourjois. It's the contour edition, and I believe this one's called like Burgundy or something. I'll have all the products linked below because if I don't remember the name. And this one goes perfectly with that lipstick. And I actually kind of contoured around the outside of my lips because her lips look quite overdrawn in that video to make them look a lot fuller. So I used that lip liner and just went slightly outside my natural lip line just to make my lips look really, really full and luscious. And then I filled it in with that lipstick, just using a lip brush to make it a little bit more precise. And once that's filled in, you definitely want to go ahead and blot, and I actually went ahead and did a second layer of color because this was a little bit too glossy for me. I decided to take it down a notch by just adding some translucent powder on top that's going to mattify the lipstick, and then you can do a second coat of lipstick on top. That's going to make it a lot more longer lasting, and it just looks a bit more matte. For the cheeks, I used the Anastasia Contour Kit. I used the middle lower color here from that palette and just kind of contoured below my cheekbones, just kind of sculpting my face a little bit because Ariana didn't look like she has a lot of blush going on. There was just some very, very light contouring. So that's what I'm doing, going around the side of my face as well. And then I used that lighter color also from that Anastasia Contour Kit. This is the matte one because it didn't look like she had any shimmer, and I just highlighted sort of the tops of my cheekbones. And then that is the completed look for Ariana Grande's latest music video. Okay, so that's it for the Ariana Grande look. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments also below letting me know what kind of videos you want to see for the upcoming holiday season. I do want to do some, obviously, makeup tutorials, but I also want to do videos that are nothing to do with makeup or cooking and DIY. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see because I really need some inspiration. I've got a few ideas already, but I definitely want to know what you guys want to see because that's what I'm making these videos for. And also you can request stuff on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. My username on there is HelloJuliaGraf, all the same. This is getting really long, so bye guys. Okay, what am I doing here with this finger? No. Bye guys, thanks for watching.